6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. Voting on the third reading of the budget will be held today. The President stresses the need to reform tertiary education to suit to the present world. Booster vaccine is administered for people over 30 years from today. Experts say it is far too early to conclude that the Omicron COVID-19 variant is mild or severe. The World Human Rights Day is marked today. News overseas, the WHO says rich countries could hoard Omicron vaccines. In sports, 2 matches of LPL will be played today. And those are the headlines. Vote on the third reading of the 2022 budget proposals will take place in Parliament this evening. Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa presented the appropriation bill for the fiscal year 2022 in Parliament on 12th November. The committee stage debate was held for 10 days. Parliament sittings will commence today at 9:30 a.m. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says the field of higher education should be turned to fetch foreign exchange. He said rules and regulations of the higher education sector should be amended in this regard. He added that the younger graduates should be equipped with knowledge and skills to compete with the modern world. Making the keynote address of the 32nd convocation of the Sir John Kothawala Defence University yesterday, the President added that only qualified graduates with other extracurricular activities will be offered with better job opportunities in near future. The President has pointed out that the education system in the country is not adapted to the present world and a number of reforms are needed, especially in the tertiary education sector. The Ministry of Health has declared and decided to give the booster dose of COVID-19 vaccine for age group 30 years and above and economically important vulnerable population categories in selected high-risk settings in all districts from today. It is advised to provide only 1 dose for those who have completed 2 doses from any COVID-19 vaccine type and the time elapsed 3 months from the second dose. Director General of the Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, has instructed to arrange to provide booster vaccines to all in 30 years of age and above through organized clinics at the field level and hospitals with adequate communication to get down all 30 years age group and above in all districts. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A range of unmatched benefits with People's Credit Cards from People's Bank.
The Director General of Health Services has confirmed 22 more corona-related deaths for December 8, increasing the death toll in the country due to the virus pandemic to 14,555. The deaths include 13 males and 9 females. Meanwhile, another 744 persons have tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. This brings the total number of coronavirus cases registered in the country to 570,672. Over 12,000 patients infected with the virus are undergoing treatment at present. Total recoveries have risen to 543,823. The next edition of Colombo Development Dialogues on Green Development on COP26 What's Next will take place on 14th December 2021. This dialogue is convened by the Ministry of Environment, British High Commission in Colombo and the United Nations Development Programme in Sri Lanka. For more information, visit www.undp.org.lk. And that's local news.
A range of unmatched benefits with People's Credit Cards from People's Bank. Discounts up to 60% and interest-free installment plans from selected merchants.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The World Human Rights Day is marked today. This year's Human Rights Day theme is Equality, Reducing Inequalities, Advancing Human Rights. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Human Rights Day is observed every year on 10th December, the day the United Nations General Assembly adopted in 1948 the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The UDHR is a milestone document which proclaims the human rights that everyone is entitled to as a human being, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, language, and political or other opinion. And that was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
The National Apprentice and Industrial Training Authority, NITA, has taken measures to enhance vocational training programs for school leavers and unemployed young men and women in the district of Matara. According to NITA instructors, these training programs include personal secretarial training, motor mechanism, hotel and restaurant management, graphic designing, ICT, nursing assistance, gem cutting, training for tea factory officers, refrigerator and air conditioner repairing, shoes and leather products, textiles and garment industry, and electronics. And that was Watchlight.
If you follow technical and vocational education and training courses, select a course registered and accredited institute by TVEC. Be aware on unregistered institutes which are promoting without having registration. Visit www.tvec.gov.lk for more information. Message from Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission.
Coming up, World News.
The WHO says rich countries could administer and help in controlling Omicron vaccine. Indian farmers end protest after government accepts demands. New Zealand is to ban cigarettes for future generations. And those are the headlines of World News. The World Health Organization has expressed concern that wealthy countries will start to hoard COVID vaccines in response to the rapid spread of the new Omicron variant. It said this could threaten supplies to nations where most people are still unvaccinated. Some rich countries are accelerating the rollout of a booster shot in response to Omicron. Indian farmers have said they are ending a year of mass protests a week after the government agreed to abandon controversial agricultural reforms. Thousands of farmers have camped at the borders of the capital, Delhi, with dozens dying from heat, cold and COVID. They will begin returning to their homes from Saturday. The movement had become one of the biggest challenges for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. New Zealand will ban the sale of tobacco to its next generation in a bid to eventually phase out smoking. Anyone born after 2008 will not be able to buy cigarettes or tobacco products in their lifetime under a law expected to be enacted next year. And that's World News.
Development News is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Steps have been taken to attract tourists to Mattala International Airport. Minister of Tourism Prasanna Rantunga says that a special program has been launched to attract international airlines as well as business jets for this purpose. Mattala Airport has been given a number of concessions to attract international airlines. The airport has been exempted from export tax for a period of 2 years and has also been given 1-year concession period for landing and parking charges. And that was development news.
Development news was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Moving on with sports news.
Galle Gladiators will meet Dambulla Giants, while Colombo Stars will clash with Jaffna Kings in their Lanka Premier League matches today at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium. The match begins at 3 p.m. local time. The Galle team, led by Bhanuka Rajapaksa, started with a 54-run win over defending champions Jaffna Kings and are already at the top of the points table with the highest run rate. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Advocata's Bath Curry Indicator, BCI, which tracks the monthly change in the price of a basket of commonly consumed food items, recorded the highest retail prices since 2019. Since 2019, the prices have increased by 44%. This means that an average family who spent 960 rupees weekly on the BCT basket of food items in November 2019 now has to pay 1,390 for the same basket of goods just 2 years later.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa says shortage of foreign exchange will be more acute next year. During a media briefing in Colombo today, he said more dollars have been spent than earned every year. The minister pointed out a large amount of cash was lost due to the pandemic and set back to the tourism industry.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
This is the weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at few places in western, Sabarakamu and central provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts during the evening or night. Fairly heavy rainfall, above 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas. Several spells of light showers will occur in eastern and Uva provinces and in Hambantota district in the evening. And that was Weather Report. And to conclude this morning news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. Voting on the third reading of the budget will be held today. The President stresses the need to reform tertiary education to suit the present world. Booster vaccine is administered for people over 30 from today. Experts say it is far too early to conclude that the Omicron COVID-19 variant is mild or severe. The World Human Rights Day is marked today. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.